Hi there guys, Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Monday the 18th of March 2013. We're going to take a brief look at the S&P 500. Seems their market's still closed and we have to wait for their market to open up tonight. But we will take a quick look at that and we'll take a look at the bloodbath on the Asx200. Before we get into today's update, I've just got to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the S&P firstly. Guys, the futures market is actually indicating that we would see a sell-off down to around 1537 level. Now, I don't think I've seen the futures market down 23 points or so since the 2011 jumble there, where we've seen the first signs of the debt crisis kick in over there. So we're currently seeing an open move for tonight's trade down to around that 1526, 1527 level. So if that futures market is any indication, sometimes the futures market can be extremely wrong, but when you're talking a move at this rate, and we've seen the S&P get on up to this area here, which has come within 1 point. I don't even think it's a point of our expected target. If we take a look, the extreme high that we had was 1563.62. And I was mentioning the 1564 level or the 1565. But we pretty much achieved that target. I did measure that pattern from the extreme low that we had there, and maybe I should have just measured that from the bottom that we had instead of that volatile candlestick there. Alrighty, let's take a look at the Asx200. Okay, looking at the hourly chart here, following up from the weekly review, I had drawn this line here. And I said if we could stay over this level, well then we'd probably head on up to go test this level of around that 5,135 level as our first level of resistance. But as you can see in today's trade, when we opened up, we've seen a move from around the 5,100 area all the way down to around 5,030 in the first hour of trade. So things are looking quite weak there. And guys, it looks as if that we've got a confirmed head and shoulders topping formation, where we've got our left shoulder here, our head, and our right shoulder. Now, the one thing that is quite difficult to do is draw the appropriate neckline in the right place. Now, you could easily draw a neckline underneath these lows over here and extend it out a little bit. Just drop that line there a little bit. You could easily say that this is the appropriate neckline and not this one here. But it really doesn't make too much difference, since the measurement of this pattern, where we measure from the depth of the head down to the neckline, that it pretty much lies at the same level. But I just thought I'd mention that anyway. So if we just add this onto where the market breaks down, and if we add that onto wherever the market broke down today, which is around here, you can see we've got an expected move of around 4,911 as an expected minimum target of this pattern. Now, there's one thing that I want to mention. We have a level here of support that is fairly strong. Now, we may see in the coming days a move down. Even tomorrow we might see a move down to this level, and then we might find a bounce here and find ourselves rallying on back up for a back test on this broken trend line. Now, we've seen that happen many times with these markets, where it looks as if that the markets are about to free fall, everyone shorts the market, and then all of a sudden you get this swift move up to take everyone out. Just like what we've seen over here, there's a lot of people short. Then all of a sudden there was this day where we had this random move up, then the markets gave way. So what I'm thinking is we could be even potentially seeing a larger head and shoulders topping formation, which I've mentioned several times now, where this would be our left shoulder here, It would have a fairly large, complex looking head and then a fairly small looking right shoulder. We may see the Asx200 rally up over this area temporarily in the coming days to meet the same level here of symmetry to our left shoulders. But I don't want to sound airy-fairy and that well, we could see the markets move up 100 points or down 100 points. Clearly the markets are in trouble, but if we see a move clearly below that 4,980 level in tomorrow's trade, well then we could expect to see that sell-off occur down to our expected target there. But it's pretty obvious at the moment that the markets are in a bit of trouble. But I just wanted to mention that if we found a level of support roughly around the same lows that we've seen over here, well then there is that second equation that we may see a bounce at that level. The reason why I mentioned this in today's update is because last time we seen a head and shoulders topping formation with the Asx200, we temporarily got over this descending line here. I'm not going to leave the possibility out that we're looking at an even larger head and shoulders top, where we would have our left shoulder, our head, a back test or a bit over, right shoulder, and a breakdown of this neckline here. That would be signaling a much powerfuler move to the downside. Alright guys, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll just track this market from day to day and just see what the damage is going to be. Thanks very much for watching and I'll be back tomorrow.